new king in the lightweight division.
But Charles Oliveira has been finishing fights in the ultimate proving ground for years.
Oh, and that corner's out. Wow! Power from Charles Oliveira. Another knockout. This guy continues to get it done.
So we were here in October, UFC 254. Khabib Nurmagomedov submits Justin Gaethje and then retires.
Iron Mike Chandler finally makes his UFC debut. Michael Chandler finds himself in a situation where he controls his destiny.
Oh! Big knockout for Michael Chandler!
Big right hand and turn bad.
Michael Chandler, bona fide UFC lightweight contender!
Michael Chandler will, in fact, fight for a UFC lightweight championship on May 15th. He will be fighting Charles Oliveira.
When that phone rings and it's Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira, May 15th in Houston, Texas, UFC 262, the answer was unequivocally yes.
Ele tem uma vitória dentro do UFC contra um cara que só correu.
20 alternado. 2, 3, 4, 5 burp. 1, 2.
Nasci para lutar.
Oliveira looking for that Darcy again. He's got it.
His 10-year track record in the UFC
And now he's on the back.
includes a who's who of the featherweight and lightweight elite.
Oh yeah, it's over.
The man with the most submissions in UFC history in any division adds to that total here tonight.
He's got it. Oliveira forces the tap. Charles Oliveira, another submission. He extends the record, the biggest win of his career.
Cara, eu sou o melhor do mundo, Deus sabe disso. Minha humildade sempre é a mesma. É o meu momento, é a minha hora. Tá chegando, tá próximo. A gente vai trazer esse cinturão pro Brasil.
And this fight came together just 3 weeks ago.
He is in his prime. He's just one of the best fighters to watch for pure technique. And that's one of the things that makes this fight so exciting. He is facing a guy in Tony Ferguson that's one of the top contenders.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that was a dominant round there by Oliveira.
Os caras me deram um cara que falava que era um bicho papão e eu falava que não era tudo isso.
We're seeing the fully realized potential of one of the most exciting guys in this division.
Chandler's UFC title bout with Charles Oliveira on May 15th is coming just at the right time.
Coming over to the UFC, I had one goal. I said I wasn't here for a long time. I was here for a good time. My goal is to win that world title.
Continue southbound past the equator until you find yourself in the Brazilian metropolis of Sao Paulo.
Sempre fecha a guarda também.
Quando eu entrei, eu lembro que eu falei que eu era um menino no meio dos leões, né? Hoje eu me sinto um leão no meio dos leões.
1, 2, 3.
Oliveira and the Shootbox team remain close at all times and continue training even on weekends for quality time on the Oliveira family farm.
Tá perto da natureza, me faz bem, sabe? Tipo...
He's so technical, so skillful.
Prepara ele pra você montar nele hoje.
He just keeps getting better.
This man's a serious threat to anybody in this division.
Look at this.
Não tá consciente, cabeça no lugar.
That's why you paid the big bucks for Michael Chandler.
Surprise!
Com certeza o cinturão vai vir no Brasil. Isso aí já tá escrito, já tá certo. Esse é o tempo certo, esse é o momento certo. Eu tô pronto pra ser campeão. Pode vir, filho, mas vem você vir sem entender nada, porque nós tá pronto. É isso.
Saturdays are kind of a pretty quick, light day. Now we're 7 weeks into an 8-week training camp that I had, because that was all the time that I had to prepare. Fought in January, now went right back into training camp a couple weeks later to fight in May.
3, 2, 1, open up.
said I only got a short window of opportunity to finish this career at the highest level. Got a call on Wednesday. What would you think about fighting Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title May 15th? And I said, absolutely. He didn't even finish his sentence before I said, yep.
Isso, acho que todo lutador ele sonha com isso, né? Em ter essa oportunidade de lutar o título, e essa tão sonhada chegou. Essa tão sonhada oportunidade chegou, né? Então, tô feliz com tudo que vem acontecendo. É louco, estourou, é, filho. Olha, tem um laguinho, se quiser dar uma pescada, pá. Pra viver tudo que eu venho vivendo, com as oportunidades que eu venho tendo, com as coisas que vem acontecendo, eu quero mostrar pra molecada que eles podem também viver a mesma situação, sabe?
Yeah, we do a lot of on and off kind of stuff like this with a partner. Today we focused on movement, footwork, angles.
The real starts when my U-Haul blanket comes in there.
I have a very good body shield. For some guys, it's just not enough, you know. Especially, I have a couple of guys in the gym. They punch really hard. Michael's one of them.
There it is. The old nut protector. This bad dog's been with me for like 20 fights. There she is. Bam.
See you guys.
Again, and for those who just joined us here on gate C4, we'll be boarding by boarding group number. We arrive at the gate, and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please remain seated until we call your road to the plane. Hi, honey. Good luck on
Thank
Saturday.
you. Appreciate it. It was almost as long as Abu Dhabi. Minus 14 hours. First workout here in Houston, so really tonight we're just going to try to get a nice little sweat in, move around, get the flight off me. I've been accustomed to running a couple times a week already, so get some sun a little bit, get some fresh air. We've been in the hotel now for 24 hours. Get some sun, baby. But just keep the main thing. My game plan, my skills, my abilities, come across the cage and beat Charles Oliveira and get my hand raised. What's up, guys? What's up, man? Could do Daniel Cormier style.
There it is.
Daniel Cormier style, bro. Special style. Yeah, man. That's it. Take off, run it. You know, Texas loves him some Texas whenever the pool is shaped like Texas. Gotta love it, baby. Get that KO, baby. That's what we're looking for. If not, we'll be there hard for 25 minutes. Either way, we're ready.
Olha, o Michael Chandler é um cara durão, é um cara duro, né? Merece todo o respeito do mundo. Um cara que pega muito duro em pé, um cara que tem um wrestling muito forte, mas eu não tô preocupado com aquilo que o Michael Chandler pode trazer pra dentro do octógono, e sim com aquilo que eu posso levar pra dentro do octógono. Isso aí depois, quando acabar, com certeza vai ser muito emocionante a gente poder colocar aquele cinturão na minha cintura, minha família, minha equipe, todo mundo pegar ele, porque eu acho que eu tenho certeza que todos eles querem segurar esse cinturão na mão.
What's that? All right. Brett Okamoto reporting from Houston, UFC 262, and I am joined by half of the lightweight championship fight Michael Chandler, you are days away from a UFC title fight. How are you feeling?
I never quite knew if it was going to happen many times. Thank God it did, and now here we are. There's going to be a moment where he gets to choose, do I keep moving forward or do I just say fighting for the title was enough for me? I don't need to be champion. For me, that moment will never come. I'm on a mission, and it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of entertainment.
Mano, acontece esses bagulho que tipo, é bizarro. Tipo, ó, agora dessa última agora aqui, o cara tá me mandando no Instagram que o Chandler ia me matar. Uma par de bagulho, né? Eu respondi, pô, tá bom, Deus abençoe, que vença melhor, tal, não sei o que, tal. Aí ele, cara, desculpa. Você é um cara da hora, você tá falando comigo há um tempão, eu te xingando, tal, desculpa. Aí eu falei, não, pô, fique em paz, sabe? Você tem que entender que é o seguinte, a luta é assim. Um dia um ganha, o outro perde. Deus me abençoe, foi meia noite e eu venci. Deus tô mandando esse aqui, fica fazendo você consiga, aí você batendo.
Isso.
Fica batendo.
E aí, vai subir. Aí quem subiu, já era.
Hoje eu me sinto um lutador completo, mas eu fico muito tranquilo quando eu tô de costas no chão. Então, faixa preta aqui, campeão aqui. Só gratidão a Deus, né? As pessoas que estão comigo mesmo de verdade.
Michael Chandler.
He can put himself in position for a championship fight.
You came to fight with the wrong one. That's a mistake in the long run.
The most submissions in UFC history.
He is a finisher.
Charles Oliveira.
He's not just a submission threat on the feet. This man is super dangerous.
Longest active win streak in the UFC. Sold out with 17,000 fans.
Here we come, Houston.
Welcome to the UFC 262 press conference, where this Saturday night, a new lightweight champion will be crowned in the main event. This is Iron Michael Chandler. Charles "DuBronx" Oliveira.
What's up, Houston? How are you guys? Thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it. It's good to be back. Thank you. What do you got, buddy?
The guy doesn't deserve it. He spent 2.5 minutes in the UFC. Why is he fighting for a title? So what do you say? I mean, do you make the argument that, no, I absolutely 100% deserve it? Or do you feel there's a little good fortune, maybe some luck, something like that helped out?
Showed up with my work boots on, just like my dad did as a union carpenter for the last 40 years. And I show up, I'm a working man, I'm going to say yes when you call. I don't look at the skills that Charles brings to the table. I don't look at the record. I don't look at the submission wins. I don't look at the records that he has right now. I look at the fact that he's had some loss streaks. I look at the fact that he's been in the UFC for almost as long as I've been fighting.
Do you think the winner here is going to have more to prove? Like, are people going to question their legitimacy as to whether they're the champion? Or do you think on Saturday night, one of these two guys will walk away and there'll be no doubt?
You know, you just said to him, people are saying that he's getting this too quickly. This guy's done everything that has been asked of him since he walked in the door. Timing is everything in life, and it has worked out for him to get this title shot on Saturday night, and we'll see what happens after Saturday.
You fucking dodged me too, Chandler.
Hey, that's not
You're
true.
a bitch. I'm gonna be real. You got this shit handed to you. You got Dana White privilege.
Don't. Thanks, Dana.
First fighter to the scale, challenging for the undisputed UFC lightweight championship, the third-ranked contender, Charles "DuBronx" Oliveira.
155.
155, the official weight for Charles Oliveira.
155.
155, the official weight for Michael Chandler.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, baby.
Bem, tô, como eu falei em todo momento, tô curtindo meu momento, tudo que vem acontecendo. Tô feliz demais, batemos peso ontem, como eu sempre falei, gosto de bater um dia antes.
UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in for UFC 262, Oliveira versus Chandler. Here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, Houston? Welcome to the weigh-ins.
The door opening to go into the UFC finally came open at the exact right time.
Oh! Big knockdown for Michael Chandler! Michael Chandler! Maximize! He set the record for total submission wins in the UFC in 2018.
We're looking at a young contender coming into his prime.
Falei, me assista, vou chocar o mundo. E a gente vai lá e faz isso.
There's the tap! Charles Oliveira does it again!
I can't wait to get inside there and compete. I believe I'm going to put his lights out and then get that belt around my waist.
Mike Chandler! Official weight 155! Official weight 155!
Charles Oliveira is going to meet me in the center of the octagon. We're going to put on a great show for the fans here in Houston, Texas. God bless. I'll see you at the top.
Please give us your thoughts on this moment and what it means to fight Michael Chandler tomorrow night.
Amanhã vai ser grande show, vocês podem ter certeza, a vitória é nossa.
Fighting runs in my veins. It's in my heart and my mind. Tomorrow it's going to be a great show.
Charles Oliveira, ladies and gentlemen.
The journey has been long, but his focus has remained unaltered.
Big right from Oliveira. Nick Lentz is down. Charles Duprox Oliveira continues to pile onto his record.
The worst kind of trouble. It's not a man standing in his way, but a picture of determination.
Big knockdown from Michael Chandler. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to put his lights out and get that belt around my waist.
And it starts right now.
Dateline, Houston, Texas.
Charles Oliveira is, in my opinion, one of the most technical.
In every business in the world, there are people that disrupt things. Michael Chandler's a disruptor.
Joe, you had a front row seat for that intensity at the weigh-in on Friday. These guys have been up in each other's faces all week. And the UFC Hall of Famer and former light heavyweight champion, the inimitable he has become a more accurate striker, Joe. He's talked a lot about his ability to cut angles, just really improving. 11 years into his UFC career, it has all come together for Charles Oliveira, found his right weight class. Charles Oliveira 31, Michael Chandler 35. 2 inches is the gap in height. Oliveira, the taller man, he will have a reach advantage of 2.5 inches.
All right, gentlemen, you've been through the rules in the locker room. Want to obey my commands at all time? Want to protect yourselves at all time? If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck, nice both of you.
You can't just explode on him, and that's one of the reasons why he's different.
Oh!
He clipped.
Couple of left hands from Chandler.
Oh, Chandler's got a guillotine. He might
Looks
have
like Charles is bleeding too.
Oh, don't give your back if you're Chandler.
No!
You cannot give your back if you're Chandler.
Not to this guy.
Not to Oliveira.
Depending on how Michael reacts to this. Oh, back.
Chandler's doing a good job of hand fighting there.
Nice elbow there.
You got to make sure they don't even get it going down the road because we can't catch up.
And Oliveira's what an explosion. Big shot from the top by Chandler.
Great shot on top by Chandler.
Those up kicks. Being on top with 2 minutes to go.
Chandler corner calling for some forward motion here under 2 minutes to go in the round. There's that left hand.
There's the trouble.
Chandler's power is hurting Oliveira every time he touches him. He hurts him.
I think he just cut him with that elbow as well.
He had an opportunity a couple minutes ago, now operating inside that closed guard of Oliveira.
Oh, big shots.
Well, a round not without adversity for Michael Chandler, but he had some huge, huge moments in round 1.
Right here you see a beautiful outside leg kick by Oliveira. Chandler jumps back into Oliveira. Right here he had Oliveira hurt again, right? Just came and blitzes him, landed a couple shots.
Round 2 gets underway. Chandler working off of that jab early. Chandler! Now Chandler is down! Charles Oliveira! Wow! Charles Oliveira
doesn't change that fast.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the game we play,
oh
right?
my goodness.
Surprise, surprise. Charles Oliveira is the champ.
Oliveira is the champion.
I mean,
look at him dancing.
Fight replay brought to you by Nemiroff,
Here we
old
go.
character since 1872.
Oliveira with a crisp left hook. Look at that. Sits him down. Chases him down. There's the left hook. I mean, everything is picture perfect. Unbelievable.
Can you believe it, though?
It's so crazy when it happens like that fast.
And new undisputed UFC.
Mais uma vez, tá comigo. Filha, você pediu, tá aqui, o papai tá levando.
Michael said I couldn't take pressure, and he hit, and I'm still here. Jesus, here's the belts.
Charles Oliveira, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's talk about the main event. Charles Oliveira, I mean, a heck of a fighter. Just can you give us your impressions of that fight as a whole and his performance?
Incredible fight. Yeah. Incredible first round. Chandler looking good in the hooker fight. Chandler, willing to do anything it took to fight anybody, and just all these things played out for this fight to happen tonight here in Houston. And it was an awesome main event.
Charles Oliveira, jumped the fence, came over. I'm sure you're kind of surprised by his reaction afterwards. He came up to you. What did he say to you?
Thank you for everything that you've done for me. Tonight was the biggest opportunity of my life, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it and how much this means to me. And so he's a great kid.
Michael, I'm sure this is very fresh, but I remember in the lead up to this, you thought that sometimes Charles, if he faced adversity, would wilt. Do you have a newfound respect? I know you respected him anyway, but do you respect him even more now, knowing that he actually was able to survive some adversity tonight?
I don't hype up fights by being facetious or overstating things. I called it like I saw it, and he showed tonight that he is tougher than a lot of us thought he was. So hats off to him. He is our champion now at 155, and I'm coming for the belt again.
Round 2, you came out aggressive, landed the big shot early. Was that the plan? Were there any, adjustments made in between to say, hey, we got to turn up the aggression on the feet?
Vocês querem cara que fique falando, que dê show falando? Não coloque eu pra sentar aqui, não. Vocês querem ver show, coloca dentro do octógono. Dentro do octógono eu dou show.
I always fight aggressive. I always walk forward. If you want somebody that's going to come and talk, I'm the wrong person. I put on the show inside the octagon. That's what I do.
Hey, Charles, over here to your right. 28 fights you've had in the UFC. It's the longest road that any fighter has ever had to get to a UFC title ever. The longest road. How does that make you feel?
Tinha que ter chegado logo, mas como eu falei, não é no nosso tempo, é no tempo de Deus. Hoje eu tô pronto, hoje eu me sinto uma máquina, um leão no meio dos leões.
I feel ready. It's like I said, it's always in the time of God, but now I feel like a lion. I feel like I'm ready.